What's up guys, this is Coach Donny from Elevate Yourself, where we change lives through volleyball, training, and inspirational content. Welcome to my volleyball coach reaction to Haikyuu OVA episode Land vs. Air. If you're new to this channel, I'm a volleyball coach, volleyball player, and personal trainer who provides volleyball tutorials, jump training workouts, and other cool volleyball videos. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok now for more content. Thank you so much for the reminders to watch the 2 OVA episodes, and I'm glad I actually found them on Crunchyroll instead of searching endlessly on YouTube for these low resolution videos. This is truly a fun fact that the principal actually won the popularity vote over Kageyama at least one time. It was probably for that one moment where he took off his toupee and his bald head was shining and he was just shaking that toupee crazy. You guys have definitely talked about the poor animation quality from season 4, so I'm not looking forward to that, but I am not surprised that it is still going to be just as enjoyable as many of you said due to the ongoing high quality storytelling. And if the character development is as good as you guys say in season 4, we're going to be in for a ride. If you've been enjoying my videos, please consider supporting me on Patreon, where you receive exclusive access to my monthly live Q&A sessions, monthly podcasts, my private blog, behind the scenes footage, and more. Now let's get this Haikyuu party started. Apparently I missed one of the end scenes where Shirato Izawa was having a meeting after the tournament loss, so we're gonna watch that first before the OVA episode. I wonder if they had to walk home instead of take the bus home, like the coach said. Shirabu. Oh, that's right, Ushijima. Is that his very last game? Man, what a good leader, just giving personal feedback to everybody. Start taking practice seriously. Wonder why this first year is looking so stressed. Oh, he's worried about what he could say. Goshiki. He knows that he could be the ace. But a lot of crying in this anime. That's a touching moment for Ushijima to make it so personal for everybody. Was he chopping his back? Let's take a look. Man, the more I learn about Tendo, the more I like him. That's how you comfort somebody, is you chop him on the back. There's a leader, accepting the punishment.
Good grammar and spelling.
Does anyone else get endless advertisements for Grammarly? I actually think my grammar is pretty good, so this is a poorly targeted ad. Now we get to the real stuff, Land vs. Air. Such a cool title. Almost sounds like a name of a fantasy martial arts movie. That's a really cool opening scene. You can tell what time of the year it is based on the trees. Wow, the women's team gets to play. Oh, Kuro, haven't seen him in a while. Finally, we get to see Nekoma play.
ここを勝って決勝に進んだ時点で全国だ。いつも通り行こうや。
This music is, I don't know if it's exciting, but it's kind of got a eerie tone to it. Oh yes, the pre-game trash talking. That's funny. Ooh, even getting under Kuro's skin. Ooh, that's a low blow. This is funny. Lev, the towering Russian. Yes. Ooh, special intro for the OVA with just some intense rock music. No hebi. Fukuro Donny Itachiyama. Okay, gotta learn these names because I'm sure they're gonna come up later and have their incredibly advanced character development for every single player from each team. Bokuto, the captain. Should I choose him for my top 7 players from season 3? We'll have to find out after watching these OVA episodes. One thing I wanted to point out here, unfortunately I can't, this doesn't have a slow-mo option on Crunchyroll. Yeah, it doesn't, but let me see if I can pause it right at the right time. Holy cow, that took like 4 tries. That's what we really appreciate on YouTube, the slow-mo function where you can manage the speed of the replay. Anyways, I wanted to show this technique for animation. Animation is not just drawing frames and connecting the images for movement. It's also trying to create the illusion of movement within a specific frame. And you see how when they're smashing the plastic horns together, to make it feel like there's greater speed or more energy or more intensity, they draw those motion lines. You can see where I paused it, they've also blurred the edges to simulate faster movement or just like the intensity of the clash when you hit them together. So I thought that was a really cool animation technique that they did. I'm sure they've done it before, like when they're about to serve the ball, but to do it even in such a minor moment like when the Nekoma fans are hitting the plastic horns together, that's definitely some attention to detail. Even the scrunchie on the wrist. Oh, that's cool, they got a cheer captain. And related to a team member on the team. Is that Lev's girlfriend or sister? Everybody's sister is hot in this anime. Alright, Nekoma versus Fukuda. There we got the Gundam cannon. Who had a larger team there? This is another interesting detail. Nekoma has 3, 6, 9, 10 players. That's actually pretty small for a high school roster in my opinion, especially for the amount of games that these schools play. This is like they're playing year-round in these long tournaments, and then they're playing games and then scrimmages. Usually you want a bigger roster in case players get injured or sick or if they can't make it due to a school function. Fukuda Donny has 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 or 15 players. What's even cooler is if you zoom in, even they all bow at a different angle in a different way. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse here, but you see how this player is hunched over a little bit more. The libero here, the back of libero is barely bowing. Right, this player is bowing all the way down. And let's see if we can predict some personality traits based on the way they're bowing. Kuro here, you can tell by his hair. kind of a partial bow, and Bokuto doing a full bow but still looking forward. I wonder if they did those things intentionally. Knowing the animators, they probably did, so pretty cool to see their personalities come out from the bowing and the gameplay, but maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I'm just enjoying all these different details here. Actually, even look at the coach. So you look at every player on the bench here, or every coach on the bench, they all have their hands out to the side, and then the female assistant or coach here has her hands in front. But if you look at the Nikoma coach, he has his hands behind his back. And I wonder if that's to signify his age, because older Asian people tend to walk around and stand with their hands behind their back. I'm curious what the other coach, I forgot what the Donny coach looks like, or if I've ever even met him. That's right, they made another blood reference before.
正常に働くために
おかしいいつものやる観客席列目の子が僕とのことかっこいいって言ってたよ
Ways to get Bokuto fired up.
今日はそういうのいらないやつです
Even though Bokuto's a great player, I don't know if I would have want to manage someone's personality this closely. Us. There's the sleepy setter. Yeah, that's a powerful attack. I think they hired a different animator for the OVA episodes.
これほど迷いのいらない一発目を久々だな
Is he gonna go, hey, hey, hey? Just want to see what that banner reads. One ball, heart, and soul. I like how each school has such a unique, I don't know what you call that, banner phrase or school motto, team motto. Yeah, this animator is definitely different. Each character looks a little thicker and more muscular than what the previous animator was doing. Oh, they're setting on two. Bokuto's right in front of his face. He's going to do that late drop with his hand. Oh, read from the libero. Reading the angle. That's a good funnel from the block. Bokuto's not happy. Perfect pass. I love these sounds, it's so heavy. Let's talk about Bokuto's hitting technique. He just went through a series of 3 incredible hits, and this is a sign of a spectacular hitter. The ability to hit a different spot every time so that the opponent doesn't dial into any pattern. So that means they're constantly being one step behind what you're doing. So Bokuto is seeing how he's facing the blockers, and he got dug in the angle. This time, if you remember from a moment ago, Bokuto was facing the angle, and then he got dug by the libero because the libero was lining up where he was facing. Now Bokuto now is facing forward to the blockers and is doing his signature sharp angle hit, where he's contacting on the top left of the ball and then following through away from his body. And now you see how his arm is following through across his body to the left, which is exactly how you want to hit the line shot. And look how high the Nikoma players are jumping. Their whole head is above the net. Oh, and the libero finally reached the sharp angle. Another dig from the libero. Back to Bokuto. What is he gonna do now? Tip it. And Bokuto's on fire.
クロウさん、3対3の時はもっとボクトさん止めてた気がするのに。
でもクロウさんのブロックのおかげで後ろはレシーブしやすくなってると思うよ。
Kuro's still doing his job if they're digging it.
ボクトさんはいつもクロスが大好きだけど、今日はストレートの調子がいいね。
Does he look stressed?
どうかな。調子にムラのある人だからね。
I like how the opponents are such good friends that they're even talking about strategy mid-game.
そしてヤク君も絶好調。おう、今日はよく見えるぜ。ボクトさんは特にストレートが絶好調で、クロスにいるヤク君をすごく意識してる。
ブロックは
Those are such good strategy animations.
ストレートの方を締めるか。
Maybe they're gonna take block, line, and angle and then make him hit into the seam, so they force Bokuto to do something uncomfortable like hitting straight ahead.
美味しく使ってからにしよう。
Let's wait for him to get more comfortable with his line shots. Let's see what happens here. Come on! Let's see what Bokuto does now. Oh, they switched Kuro and the setter. Great strategy here. Another cool animation I'm trying to find here is they put these red lines across Kuro's eyes to make him look like he's focusing extra sharp. That was a really cool touch here. You zoom in there, you see those extra lines across the eyes. Man, I love those little details. In my personal opinion, the Animator, even though there are a lot of cool effects here that we just pointed out, like the motion lines and then the red laser lines across the iris of the eye, I'm personally not a fan of this Animator. I really loved the Animator that was doing majority of season 3, but this is still pretty decent and it doesn't look as bad as some of the screenshots that I saw from season 4. Nice block! Love the trash talking. 16 to 18. Nekoma down 2. Let's see if they continue to switch block. Yeah, these animations aren't as fluid and dynamic as previous Animator here. Oh, this is an interesting lineup here. Oh, forcing the hit out. So they double up on the line and then triple up on the angle. Oh, Lev is in. We get to see the tall Russian cat.
今日姉ちゃんの方が目立ってんぞ。活躍しろ、強心兵。
分かってます。
Kuro jump serves too. Ball. They didn't say chance ball. That's a lot of steps for a middle. Still can't get the connection from Lev. Is he gonna miss hit again? Oh man, that happens so often. That happened a lot this year with our high school team. An interesting conversation that I had with my coaches this year. This is something that we've struggled with a lot with our team. Part of it is height related, but hitting overpasses is something that we've struggled a lot this year with Monroe Catholic Volleyball. And one thing I've learned over the years that I've been coaching is hitting overpasses, there is a technique to it, but the most important thing is really having the killer instinct.
Where's your killer instinct, son? You gotta get angry.
And there's a very strong correlation between those that can naturally hit an overpass and put the ball away and their natural ability to want to end the rally. One of our shortest hitters, who actually is only around 5'3" or 5'4", she is one of our best players who puts the ball away on an overpass, but she's also one of our best hitters. And it's not because she jumps super high. I mean, she actually has pretty good jumping ability and she hits pretty well, but it's really her mindset. Like, she really does have a killer mindset, and so any opportunity to score an immediate point, she takes that opportunity and doesn't hesitate. I've coached many players where they might have really good hitting technique, and when you give them a good set, they put the ball away. But when there's an overpass, they hesitate and they do weird stuff where they kind of half block and half pass and then half hit, and they end up setting the ball over easily, or they just fumble it right on top of themselves. So if you want to terminate on overpasses, you cannot hesitate. There's an internal timing rhythm, killer instinct you just have to let happen. And if you make a mistake, you make a mistake, but you have to go for it. So I wouldn't say Lev has a killer instinct. I think he just gets overly excited. I like how she's still comforting her. Kenma.
お前こういう時の表情は豊かだよな。
何もかも慌てすぎで力みすぎ。
ケンマさん。
せめてボールくらいちゃんと見て、あと肘下げないで、スピードより高さを優先して。
ちょっと待って、そんないっぺんに。
Yeah, that is a lot of information.
全部今まで言ってることだから。
But Kenma's annoyed because he already said all those things.
竹虎さんより、ヤクさんより怖い。
まだまだ商用に及ばないね。
Oh, maybe that will get under his skin. Kenma still wishes he played with the crazy Hinata. That was a cool graphic. Really good sound effects this episode too. Is he gonna? Okay, he is gonna hit it quick. I thought he was gonna hit another overpass. Alright, he connected on that one. Oh, overpass dig to the corner. Those are my favorite. Jack of all trades, master of none.
このセットは厳しいんじゃない？
そんなこと？
焦んないで。ちゃんと整ってきてるから。
Kenma's also like a good quiet leader on the court. Ooh, setting a back quick to left. Maybe Kenma knew to say that to him to motivate him.
あかねちゃんもしかして二人が結婚したらあかねちゃんは私の妹。
Oh man, that's so funny.
何しよう。
That's exactly what some girls think. They just go into this rabbit hole of endless future.
すいません。趣味は理想の形になってきてる。こっからは我慢比べだ。お前たち得意だろ
？Why are they good at endurance? I don't remember them running a lot during practice.
猫間の守備は徐々に穴を潰して整えていくの。打っても打っても。
It looks like Leon.
そしてフロアディフェンスを意識しすぎれば。
They got 3 people on the angle.
ブロックに使われ。
Ooh, shutting down the line again. We'll see what phrase they use to get Bokuto spirits up.
向こうのレシーバー意識しすぎでは。拾われたら拾われたでまた打てばいいですし。
なんかクロスダメだ。ていうか、クロス打とうと思っててもストレートに打っちゃうんだ。
Sometimes we just get stuck in a rhythm to just do the same thing over and over again. Weakness number 37.
俺いつもクロスってどう打ってたっけ？もう一方忘れる場合がある。
今クロスの打ち方どうだっけって。
Man, I don't want to play with Bokuto, man. This is just too much emotional management.
今日ストレートがすっげえいい感じだからストレートばっか打ってたらなんか癖ついちゃって。こいつ。
This might seem like a rare situation where such a talented hitter like Bokuto tends to forget how to do certain things even though he's a very skilled player. But sometimes this happens to even the best of us where we're getting in a groove and you start feeling the line hit or maybe the angle hit or the tip. And then when you do need to change it up, you've done so many successive line hits or angle hits that it's not that you cognitively forget how to do it, but your body almost forgets how to do it because you've locked yourself into that rhythm. So one way to break free of this is in warm-ups. Usually when you're doing hitting lines warm-ups, everyone loves to hit their favorite shot. They just want to bounce it and crush it and just feel good. But the goal of warm-ups is to try to practice all the main techniques that you're going to use in a game. So practice your line shot, then immediately go to angle, then immediately go to deep corner, then immediately throw in a tip. And don't worry about how you look, but use it as a preparation for the game. And that's what a lot of people fail to do. Most people for warm-ups just use it as a way to show off instead of truly preparing for the game.
打ってたらなんか癖ついちゃって。
こいつ。落ち着け。これはまだ不調じゃない。
Come on, bring up the girl from the audience.
今のローテは。
Maybe they're gonna force the middle more,
では何も
open up.
考えずにクロス打ってください。ただ気持ちよく。
Yeah, hit angle even if it's out just to know what it feels like.
高橋かっけえなおい。
I don't know how Bokuto's a captain. You have your most emotionally unstable person as the captain. That's the exact opposite.
サーブレシーバーいつもにネット側にお願いします。
Oh,
さすが反応早い。
strong in the middle.
次のローテで廃場はこうへ。めんどくさいクローさんが前衛に上がってくる。ブロックを欺き、僕とさんを確実に乗せるには。今のこの
Against
ローテ
one
が最
blocker,
善。
there we go.
この T シャツ超かっけえっすね。
お、へいへい、見る目があるな、ひなた。今年の春高で買ったんだよ。
俺も欲しい。
He only did 2 hays that time. Hey, hey.
エースの心得。
The way of the ace.
背中で味方を鼓舞するべし。一つ、どんな壁でも打ち砕くべし。一つ。
The way of the ace. That's a funny description. Oh, that was a sick animation. You gotta watch that again. Look at that sweat coming off his body and the ball. And the streaks of the volleyball from the speed. That was beautiful. Everyone gets so jealous of how cool something looks. Oh dang, they finished the game.
今回は赤足の僕と立て直しの手腕に拍手だな。
Is that just one set for the tiebreaker?
俺はもっとバシバシ点取ってブロック決めて。観客席からワーキャー言われる男なんです。
Just because you want something doesn't mean you get
まっ
it.
すぐバカっぽい感じ嫌いじゃないや。
猫間はチームワークのチームだから輪を乱しちゃダメだって分かってるんですけど。
お前ちゃんとそんなこと考えてたのか。
Maybe he's learning from Hinata about
まあ大事
maturing and being part of the
チー
team.
ムって複雑だからな。人とちゃんと力を合わせるって結構難しい。別に
If there are any parents listening out there, and you might be wondering, why is it worth all these endless hours and money and time away from homework and other things that might quote unquote matter more, like school and tutoring and SAT classes? Why should my kids spend all this time on volleyball? This is one of the most important reasons why your child should be playing team sports. You get to learn to work with other people in difficult situations. You are forced to have difficult conversations in tense moments. And the only way to get better at those situations is to have them more often. Too often times, I coach athletes, especially at my old high school that I used to coach at, Michisaze High School, where some players would stop playing volleyball because it wouldn't get them into a good college, or they should spend that more time studying to be better for their future. But nothing can prepare you better for the future than to learn how to work with others. And if you spend too much time in isolation trying to improve yourself, I mean, especially with the world nowadays, we live in a global economy where not only do we have to learn how to work with the person physically next to us, you also have to learn to work with the person across the United States in another country, and so on and so on. And more importantly, in their own personal relationships when they get married. So team sports is critical for that. It doesn't directly produce a 5.0 GPA, but it prepares you for life.
力を合わせるって結構難しい。別に出る杭打つべしって言うんじゃねえの。なんつうのかな。
I like that Kuro is consoling the underclassmen.
多分お前が思ってるよりずっと気持ちいいさ。
Oh, that's cute. Nekoma and Hinata are still staying in touch.
ケンマ早く来い。
春高の残りは一枠。
One slot left, so it looks like the OVA episode, second one,
右に同じです。
the winner of those two matches play the winner of this one. Alright, let's take a look at this diagram. So Fukuda Donny and Nekoma just played, and Fukuda Donny just won, so they are progressing to the other slot. And then Itachiyama and Nohebi just played, and Itachiyama, sorry, mispronounced it that time, is going to progress. So it looks like Fukuda Donny versus Itachiyama. It's exciting, get to see a new team play. I've seen Nekoma and I've seen Fukuda Donny at the training camps, but I have not seen Itachiyama. It's always exciting to see what different teams look like in terms of their style and their personalities. This is a very late halftime show. Are these the cat mascots for each player?
まあこうなるわな。
はあ、俺らは決勝行く気満々でした。つって実際負けてるんで。
Wait a minute. Okay, so Kuro or Nekoma is playing this team. So is this another opportunity to make it to nationals?
あいつほんといやらしいから注意しろよ。フェイントは常にあると思っとけ。
Alright, a team that does a lot of tips. This should be interesting.
あとは相手に取られなきゃいい話だ。
So cool again. Everyone's so impressed with coolness.
相手はしつこい猫ちゃんだ。でもしつこさで負け
Oh,
る
this
気
was
が
the
しね
trash
えよな。
talking group.
粘りけ。
I love it when the crowd is so close to the court. It makes it feel more intimate and intense. That's the tip that they talked about. Nice up.
パナからかよ。ダイレクト。すみません。次はきっちり上げます。気負うなよ。ナイスー。
11番空振りアウト。
Nice up.
ケンマさん笑わないで。4番ストレート打てない。
Ah, I didn't get that one. Let's rewind it. The number 11 is probably going to miss. Oh, he's talking trash. Well, I don't know if he's talking trash. Probably is because he's a trash talker, but he's also stating a fact because Lev has not been hitting well.
振りあるぞ。
And then Kenma is laughing at
4番ス
that.
トレート打てない。
Ooh, trash talking and tipping. I like it. I like this team style. The mental advantage. No heavy.
ブロックザルだぞ。
I like No Heavy's style.
11番ザル。
Siev. What's a Siev?
なんか乗れないね。
Man, they are mentally wearing them down.
すぐる。
Already. Oh. When you're over anticipating the tip and you cheat too early, you get punished.
竹虎さん大丈夫ですか？すみません。フェイント警戒して前出過ぎました。目は大丈夫っす。
And he bows to him. Is that out of respect, or is he trash talking in a respectful way? Kenma's gonna get a solution though.
めんどくさい系かも。
ああ腹立つ。もうヘビの首相って昔からあんなんですか？
いや、猫をかぶるという技を身につけたらしい。
出身の心象は 100% 向こうの。
Oh, and he's manipulating the mind of the referees. I kind of like this guy.
ヒロさんもう一本。絶対。
We'll see if Lev pulls 3.
落とせ。
Crazy dig there.
ビエフ腕ぶん回すんじゃねえ。
He totally missed that block.
でもヤクさんは絶対拾ってくれるじゃないですか。
なんだよ。
まんざらでもない顔してんなよ、鬼先輩。
1918. Forcing Tanaka's twin to swing out, probably getting in his head.
気にすな。次々。下がれ。ワンチ。
Why does Suki say one touchy versus everyone else says touchy? Oh, I love that play. That's my fantasy to do that. I still have yet to do that once. To jump over the barrier and dig the ball. Oh, he finally gets the overpass kill.
猫間のいつも通りは。
Determination of Lev. Once you taste it once, you get addicted. Maybe the killer instinct has finally turned on. Uh-oh. The libero. Here's my immediate reaction to land versus air. I'm curious what the reference is to land versus air, because I was assuming it was going to be one team was going to have really great offense because they're flying in the air and they're going to be hanging in the air, so there's going to be team air, and then there's going to be a really good team with great defense, like the land. They're owning the land and keeping the ball alive. But I didn't really see that battle, so if someone could explain the reason for the title for this OVA episode, that'd be much appreciated. Also, if someone could explain how this tournament works, because I'm not sure why Nekoma and Nohebi are playing and why that match matters, because I thought there was only one more spot to get into the national tournament. So I thought it was more important for the winners of those two matches, Fukuda Donny and Itajiyama, to play each other for the last slot. So maybe I'm missing something, but you guys know this anime better than me, and I always appreciate your guys' explanation and helping me understand, because you guys have watched it like 10 times, which I think is really cool, and I might end up doing that. Make sure you stay tuned for the next OVA episode, The Path of the Ball, where I'll also be talking about my starting 7 players from Season 3, and you don't want to miss that. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.